make everything as easy and set up as possible when I'm making my calls. And I think a lot of people struggle with getting calls done. And so my tip for you all is going to be an annual review call. So it's something we tried years ago where we would just pick up the phone and call them to give them updates and ask them a lot of questions. But we found it has worked really well for us to set this up. So what we do now is the beginning of every month, we will send letters to all of our clients who closed that month of the year. It doesn't matter what year. So for example, if it's January clients, every client that's ever closed in January gets a letter, and it says that we want to keep the best touch with them as we can, and so we want to do an annual review. So we want to call them and set up a time that we can talk with them and go over their home and their finances and see if they need any referrals, if they've made any improvements. It's a really structured, purposeful way to be in touch with them and to catch up. So we send the letter out, and then about 7 to 10 days later, we follow up with a phone call to set up the annual review call. And so my conversion of those calls has gone up dramatically from just randomly trying to pick up the phone to call them to really being able to connect with them. So if you're struggling with making lots of phone calls, not a lot of connections, the annual review call is a great thing that any business can add to really have a purposeful conversation with your clients that's really going to provide them some value.